Hello everyone, this is the Ask Bess video column. I am Bess McCarty, coach for network marketers, business and life, holistic health practitioner, body-mind therapist for over 30 years. And I help people have breakthroughs through negative beliefs or fears to help them have better lives in all areas, health, wealth, and love. And this is a video column where you can ask any questions that you like here on the messages below, or private message me before the show and I'll respond to them on the show. My message with all of this is that we all go through problems, all go through big challenges, but my message is that you matter. I hear you. I'll respond. You're bigger than any problem that is before you. And you can become a master problem solver, and I'll help. You don't have to do it alone. I like to share with you my master process for self-help called Real Conversations. And this is a 4-step process, which I'll share after I cover the topic for today. And the topic, the questions that you can ask are anything about a job, career, network marketing, health, weight loss, relationships, communication, relationships of any type, parental, mate, any type, and or spiritual issues, spiritual fulfillment and all that. I'm going to invite some people here. See how I can hold my phone correctly and do this while I'm speaking. And I'm just going to invite Brandy and Nancy and Jim and Jerry. I'm not very good at doing quality connection with you while I'm inviting, so I'm simply going to invite and hold on pretty soon, and we're going to cover the topic for today, which is do or do not, no try. I would like to help people to eliminate the word try from their vocabulary as a coach because it limits us. It's not a word that can help us to reach our goals. So that is my message for today, and I'll share a little bit more about that in just a moment once I invite Ann and Sandra and Robert and Patrice. And welcome everybody. If you are watching the replay, please type in replay because I'd like to thank you for watching. And I'll also like to hear where you guys are from. Where in the world are you watching from? Because actually, of course with Facebook, we get people from all over the world. So very glad to have you here. And I'm welcoming Deborah, Mel, Thomas, Don, Andres, Kara, Lloyd. And I'm inviting Sylvia. Welcome to join us, Sean, Jared, Maria, Dana, Eamon, Carrie, Andrew, Ruby. All my good friends and people who love personal growth and love success and love helping people. So if you're one of these people, you're definitely in the right place. And I welcome you. I'll come back just a moment to the topic as I finish inviting some people here, inviting Kara, Karine, Jordan, David, Julie, Oleg, Mahmoud, Ulysses. Gosh, I really do know and love these people that I'm inviting. And inviting Tracy, Linda, Eddie, Francis, and Kobe, Sue, Mahai, Sherry, Jerry. Okay, so that's enough. I want to get back to the show with you here. Hello, Marty, and hello, Michael. Welcome. So the topic of the show today, and I'll try to hold the camera better here. The topic of the show today is do or do not, no try. And who knows where that came from? Who knows where that quote came from? Do or do not, no try. I'd love for you to type that in before I go ahead and speak, if you know where that came from, if you remember. Okay, so it came from Star Wars, and that is a quote by Yoda. Do or do not, no try. When Luke said, well, I'll try to do this, Luke Skywalker said, well, I'll try to do this or that. And Yoda said, nope, that's not good enough. So as a coach, I do hear this a lot from people. I hear the I'll try. This week, like we coach weekly and we set out the goals for the coming week. And I hear a lot of people say, well, I'll try. I'll see what I can do. I'll do my best. I'll see if I can. So I'd like to eliminate and encourage you to eliminate those words. I'll try, see if I can. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can do that. These words severely limit us, and they don't leave the other person with too much dependability, do they? People can't count on us when we say that. When we say, well, I'll try to be there. Well, are you going to meet me there or not? Well, I'll try to be there. So, of course, if somebody says that to you, you don't know whether it's going to be worth your time or whether they're going to make it or whether you can count on, or maybe it was something important you needed to count on. And they say, well, I'll try to do it. That doesn't tell them anything that they can build on, that they can count on, that they can then work from. So replace it instead with I will. I will be there. I will meet you at this or that time. I will buy the tires for the car tomorrow or this week or by the time we meet again, so that you can use the car, or that we can go to the mountains and see the snow. I will, in network marketing cases, I will attend the next company convention. Not I'll try, but I will be there and I'll make it happen. Or if you want to give yourself even a bigger challenge, I will bring 10 people to that. And how do you stand by such a big promise as that, a big announcement as that? You know, if it's just you getting to convention, you can say, I will, and I will make it happen. I'll find a way to make it happen. I'll buy my ticket. I'll clear my schedule. Short of an earthquake or tornado or something like that, I will be there. So that's just a 0.1%. You can make it happen. You can. If somebody is going to give you $2 million, you'd make it happen, right? And how about something harder, like getting 10 people to company convention if you're a network marketer? Since I'm called the Shrink of MLM, and my niche is to help network marketers. What if you make a commitment? Well, I'll try to get 10 people to convention. What if you say I will? What if somebody were to give you $1 million if you did get 10 people to convention? You'd do it, right? You'd do it. You find a way. Therefore, it's possible. Therefore, it's okay to say I will and to follow through and do that. It's okay to say I will and commit that to yourself and the other person. And then your word is gold. You do it, and you can do it. If I were to give you $1 million, how about if I were to give you $10,000 to get people to convention, their company's convention? Would you do that? I bet you would. I bet you'd find some way, right, to make it happen. Well, research shows that every person that you get to a major company event, it brings you $1,000 eventually down the road. So every person you get there is worth $1,000. Now, are you more likely to get people to convention? So for a lot of people, yes, if they realize that. Now, how can you follow through on your word when you say, I will bring 10 people? How can you follow through on that? Well, I recommend talk to people who've done it before you. Anything big that you want to accomplish. In fact, anything that you want to accomplish. Check with the people who have done it before you, done it successfully, and ask, how did you do that? How did you have to plan ahead? How many people did you have to invite? Probably about 100 to get 10 people there. And then you have to work with them and help them troubleshoot and make their plans and help them be aware of what it takes to get there. How far do I plan ahead to invite 10 people? Do I buy 10 tickets and then resell them to my team or gift them to my team? How am I going to do that? What's the best way to get 10 people to my company's convention? So we ask the people, if you have something major that you are determined to get behind, then it's good to find out, well, what are the what are the booby traps that could get me, that could sabotage me, that could stop me? And ask somebody who's done it before, because they'll tell you got to invite 10 times that many people. You got to plan ideally a year ahead or 6 months ahead so that they can clear their schedule, so that they can save up for it, so they can discuss it with their mates, so that they can delegate or do whatever, rent a bus and get people there. That's what a friend of mine did. Rented a bus and just gave everybody the ride there. Helped them to arrange, made it easy for them. So you can find this out if you are committed to do what you say you're going to do. Here's another technique when you're doing something hard like that, to give yourself a negative consequence and say, okay, I really, really want to get people, if it's worth $10,000 to me to get 10 people to my company's convention, then what I'm going to do is put $1,000 on the line. I'm going to give $1,000 to a friend and instruct them to donate that 1,000. If I don't get 10 people to convention, they will then donate that $10,000 to my favorite sports team's arch rival, or to my ex, to my ex who I don't like, or something like that. Do something that would be painful. Set aside that money and commit to someone else to hold it, and that they must give it to somewhere that would be painful for you as an incentive for you to do that. And wouldn't that be worth investing or putting $1,000 on the line to make $10,000? So that is another coaching or accountability technique. This reminds me a lot of John Maxwell's law of victory, law number 5, that says a leader finds a way for the team to win, does not give up until successful. So a leader finds a way for the team to win. And when I do coach people and we set out their strategies for the coming week, like say that we coach weekly, and we get together every week and say, well, how did that week go? And when they accomplish what they said, we celebrate their successes. And when they didn't accomplish what they said they were going to do, we troubleshoot what happened or what went wrong. But beforehand, the week prior, we set out the strategies that they want to accomplish. And then I always like to ask them, do you see anything that can get in your way or stop you from accomplishing all this? So we sort of look ahead and say, well, yeah, my wife needs help with this or that, or I don't see how I can carve out the time to do that. And then we strategize and find ways right there. Do you see anything that could stop you or get in your way or sabotage you this coming week? Until they can say no, and then they can go forward. But guess what? There's always stuff going to sabotage you, right? So plan ahead for that too. Think, what will I do? What's my plan B if this or this happens or occurs? And that's where having a coach is very good, because you can get back with the coach and say, hey, this came up. Do you see a way around this? How can I overcome this obstacle? So that is how to keep your word and use the words, I will be there. See what a strong commitment that is, in a positive way that paves the way for you to actually do that thing, rather than say, well, I'll see what I can, see what happens. That's not a very strong commitment to oneself. And when people say that I don't hear success, I hear excuses, and I hear probably there's going to be about 5% chance they'll do it when they say I'll try, versus they say I will. You can count on me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way. Now I hear like 95% success. I can expect that. But actually, probably only about 50% of those people actually make it, because some succumb to the excuses or the blocks or the first thing that comes up, and they'll say, okay, well, that would be any reason to stop anyway, so no one would blame me for not accomplishing it because this or that just happened, right? I just broke my leg, so therefore I'm not going to go to convention. Where some people say, I'm getting there anyway. So see what excuses. If you are willing to use the word I will instead of try, please type yes below, because I want to acknowledge you for that. If you are willing to do that, I'd like to hear that from you. Please type yes below. And if you're getting value, I'd love it if you tag friends, comment a takeaway that you got, or share perhaps even in another Facebook group. Could be network marketing or personal growth, because this applies to all areas, not just network marketing. It applies to all business and life too, right? This is success principles for everyone. So this is what Eric Worre says. He says, say yes, tell the world, and then figure it out. In that order. Tell the world is for accountability, because then people are going to say, well, she said that. Is she going to do it? See? So that's one way to put the pressure on yourself or hold your feet to the fire, is to tell the world. In other words, announce it on Facebook, in a Facebook group. Tell your friends, tell your team, I am going to accomplish this. And you just know it in your heart that you can do it, or that you will find a way, and then you figure it out. and it works. So how to have accountability, how to put your feet to the fire, is tell at least one other person. But if you can, tell a lot of people, tell your team. In our Facebook group, Jeffrey David Gamble and Brandy Pimper and I also run a school called the MLM Millionaire Academy School for Network Marketers, and we have a Facebook group for the members and the students in the school called the MLM Millionaire Academy Facebook group. And in there, they can post what their goal is. Like, I will do 2 presentations to new people a day. So they can put that post there. That's a declaration to tell the world. And then underneath in the comments, they can write, well, I did 2, the date, like November 30th today, 2 Ps, 2 presentations to new people. And that, of course, is the most initial money-making activity in network marketing, the key producing indicators, key performance indicators, KPIs. And so that's the most important ones to do to start, is those presentations to new people. So they can put in a comment the date and 2 Ps, or however many they did. If they skip a day, they have to skip it. But if they did 4 or 5 that day, they can put that down too. And that raises their post to the first in the group, so it can always be found and it can inspire other people and they can see the progress. So you could do that for your group. If you're leading a team, you could be the role model and be the way shower for your team to do that. Or you can join a team and do that. I've coached people, network marketers, who used each other's friends who were cross lines. They used each other for support, for accountability to do that. You can use a coach. That's what I do, of course, as a mentor and coach. If you're interested in this, you can private message me and ask me for my complimentary coaching session if you haven't had one yet. And I'd be glad to explain that to you, exactly what we do in coaching. So you can use your upline for that, cross-line, friend, mate, coach, mentor. But find an accountability person. Your odds of that increasing and being successful go up dramatically when you get an accountability person. But start with just one simple thing today, and that is to eliminate the word try. Whenever you hear the word try or can't or something like that, or should, those are words that work against us. So let's instead replace them with I will. I will be there. I will find a way. I will bring people. I will show up for you. I will accomplish this. I will get this done. And see how that changes your results. As I bet you it'd be a day and night difference. So use the right vocabulary to start today. Maybe some of the other tips will help too. Now, I promised to share with you my Real Conversations process. It's a 4-step self-help process that you can walk yourself through in minutes to get from any problem to solution in minutes. Any problem. Physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, any problem. And the way that you do it is you find the problem or the challenge in front of you. You find the emotion that's under that. And then the need that's underneath the problem, because every problem is really a sign of an unmet need. And then the solution to the problem. Switch hands here for my phone. This is just the best angle to hold this. Okay, so the 4 steps Real Conversations process, and let's walk through an example of this that we just did just now. Say that I notice that I say that I try and I not always get things done. So the emotion could be embarrassment or shame that I want to do better than that, and the need could be accountability. The need could be a way to have a consequence. Or the need could be to do the thing. Actually, the need would be the integrity, that I will do what I say, the dependability, the accountability. And the way to acquire that could be to give myself a negative result, or have an accountability partner to know about it and kind of support and push me. So there's a few ways to accomplish that need. Or give myself a positive result too. We're going to take all the kids help me to focus and do the dishes for me this month while I reach the next rank, and with the bonus money, we're all going to go to Disneyland. That could be a reward, or the 4th way to meet that need. So remember that every problem is really the sign of an unmet need. You find the problem, find the emotion under that, find the need, the hidden need under that, and then solve that need in a healthy way, in a good way, and then the challenge disappears. If you'd like some free tools to help you to learn this, to do this for yourself, this free self-help method, you can go to the Facebook event, Real Conversations class. Real Conversations class. Scroll down there and you will find the link to get the free tools for this, worth $250. You get a free audio explaining the process. You get a free chart that I made up with those 4 steps explaining the problems, and there's the next part of the chart is the list of emotions, so you can help identify that. And then there's a list of human needs. This is the most valuable part of the chart because that's the most hidden one that a lot of times we don't realize what we need because we're told as children, oh, you don't need that, you're not hungry, you're not angry, stop wanting attention. So we're told not to meet our needs, to know our needs or to meet them. We're taught that it's bad to have a need and to try to meet it. So our human needs are normal and healthy, and if they're not met, then they come out in negative ways, problems, self-sabotaging. And if you want to understand this process, go ahead and get these free tools. I wrote them all out for you. It's worth thousands and thousands of dollars of coaching. And you can get those free tools at the Facebook group, Real Conversations class. Real Conversations class, Facebook event rather. And is actually also a class that I created for people that feel that they want more help than that but can't afford private coaching. So I created a class on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, not recorded for privacy. You can call in even anonymously or with an alias name and be coached. So it's live coaching there that you can call in and be coached, or you can just dial in and listen to other people go through their processes and learn from other people. So it's very valuable, very affordable way to get coaching. One lady said this is super, super affordable compared to a lot of things that are out there. So she joined the class right away and got benefit, and love to have you be able to check it out. And that's at the Facebook group Real Conversations class. Facebook event rather. And if you would like to be on my text list to receive text reminders before each show, please private message me and let me know the best number to do that and to invite you to the show. So everyone take care. Hope you're enjoying the rest of this great Thanksgiving weekend. I'm thankful for you. Tomorrow the show is going to be how to remember your dreams. Do you remember your dreams? Would you like to learn to? Why? Because they give you a lot of insights, sometimes answers, sometimes understanding, and sometimes clues as to what to do. So I'll be telling some stories tomorrow and some methods to help you remember dreams, if you would like to do that. Very exciting new dimension to us. So we will see you tomorrow. Thank you for sharing with other people, with other groups. Love to hear your comments below. Leave a question below for Ask Bess, and I can respond to it tomorrow on the show. Okay? I am here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. If I can end it.